Welcome everyone. I think last week there was a lot of rational discussion on rational knowledge. That's a summary I can give. I think we'll just read Kalyani the last same slide once, and then we can continue on if there are any questions from anyone.
Every being has three varieties of instruments for acquiring knowledge, and through that knowledge, wisdom. The first is instinctive. This is very strong, active, and advanced in animals. This is the earliest, the lowest, and therefore the least beneficial of the three. The second is the rational, the instrument that seeks the cause and the effect thereof. This is most evident in man. The instinct can operate only in the limited field of senses and sensory experiences. In man, the instinctive knowledge is largely subordinated by the rational instruments. The limits of the rational are very thin. Reason can range over vastly wider fields. In spite of this, reason too is capable of very poor performance only. Its reach is restricted. It can proceed only a certain distance. It cannot venture further. The road that logic takes is not straight. It is more circular, returning again and again to the place from which it started.
Thank you very much. I'll just open it for discussion. If anyone has something to discuss from what was discussed over here on these slides, we can discuss, else we can move on. I guess we can move on, Kalyani.
Take, for example, our knowledge of the objective world, of the elements and energies that compose it. That which urges and prompts the objective world and its components does not stop with just this much. It absorbs also that which is immanent outside the objective world. And so the extent that reason can spread over and explain is as the consciousness that is imprisoned in the tiny molecule, as compared with the vastness and grandeur of the transcendent fullness. For us to go across the boundaries of reason into this full free realm of intuition, certain spiritual exercises and disciplines are essential. They can be grouped under the name God-propelled jnana, the highest wisdom, for we have only three stages of jnana: sahaja jnana, native, derived from the senses of action and perception; yukti yukta jnana, knowledge derived by the process of discrimination and evaluation; and Ishvara prerita jnana, God-induced knowledge gained through grace by inner vision or intuition. The first of these is the knowledge possessed by animals. The second is the characteristic of man, and the third is the special treasure of high-souled individuals. It is possible for everyone to foster, cultivate, and develop the seedlings of this third jnana, for the capacity is latent in all.
Thank you very much, Kalyani. Auntie, shall we read the Telugu?
Yeah. మన విషయ జ్ఞానమునకు మూలమగు వస్తువులను భౌతిక పదార్థములను శక్తిని ఇందుకు ఉదాహరణగా గొన్న తెలియను.
If the cause or the root of our knowledge of all objects and all the physical matter and the energy within, if we take these as example, we can understand this.
భౌతిక పదార్థం అనగా ఏమి?
What is a physical matter?
భౌతిక పదార్థముపై ఏది తన బలమును ప్రయోగించునో,
in the physical matter, whatever the power one exposes it to,
అది ఇంత మాత్రములో ఆగిపోదు.
it does not end there.
కానీ ఆ వల నుండి అనంత పరిపూర్ణ మందలి ఒక చిన్న అణుశక్తి
In that, there is an infinite and complete, a small power of atom.
మానవ చైతన్య వీధికి సోకిన
whatever is apparent to the consciousness of human beings.
చైతన్యమునడి వలలో తగులుకొని ఉన్న
whatever is caught within the web of that consciousness,
ఆ పరిమితావరణము లోపలనే
whatever is limited within that itself,
మన సకారణ విచారణ యొక్క ప్రసారము,
that is the extent to which our cause and analysis goes.
ఆ సాధనమునే ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము అందరు. మనము ఆ ఆవరణము దాటిపోవుటకు ఏదో ఒక సాధనము ఉండవలెను.
For us to go past the limitations, some instrument or some support or instrument is needed.
ఆ సాధనమునే ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము అందరు.
That aid or that help is called Ishvara Prerita Jnana, or the knowledge which is induced by the Lord.
అనగా మనకు గల జ్ఞాన సాధనలు 3.
That means the instruments of knowledge which we have are 3.
సహజ జ్ఞానము, యుక్తియుక్త విచారము, ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము.
One is a natural knowledge. The second one is a rational knowledge through inquiry. And the third one is God-induced knowledge.
ఇందులో మొదటిది జంతువులది.
In this, the first one is that of all living beings.
అల్ల జంతువులది.
All animal kingdom.
రెండవది మానవులది.
The second one is human, belongs to the human.
మూడవది దివ్య పురుషులది.
The third one is of divine personages.
కానీ ఈ 3 అంకురములు కొద్దిగానో గొప్పగానో వికసించి,
these 3 saplings, they may be small or big, thus they blossom to a small extent or greater extent.
ప్రతి మానవుని యందును కానవచ్చును.
It can be seen in every human being.
ఇవన్నీ అంకుర రూపమున ఉండిననే కదా.
If all these are only in a sapling form,
పరిణత రూపమున అందగలవు.
only then it can blossom into fullness.
మరొక విషయము కూడా జ్ఞప్తి పెట్టుకోనవలెను. One more thing you have to remember.
That's the next paragraph.
Sorry.
Okay. Thank you, Auntie.
No problem.
Sairam, everyone. I will open it up for a discussion of any of the points here, please.
Arun.
Yes, Auntie.
Sairam. Just that first paragraph.
Yes.
I think we have to read it line by line and
sure.
Understand the whole thing.
Yes, thank you, Auntie.
Our knowledge of the objective world.
Yeah, so Swami is giving the limitations of the human ability, the Yukta Jnana. Swami is giving the example of any matter, physical matter. Okay. And he says even in an atom, the extent to which we can understand, it's only limited. If we have to understand its completeness or more of what we cannot understand with human ability, we need some external instrument or support. Only through that we will be able to explore the extent to which the power within each matter lies. I think that's the first one. I will stop there if anyone would like to discuss.
Now, can we say the reasoning power of human beings is limited up to an extent, but afterwards it needs the help of consciousness to go further in their inquiry. Does it mean like that, or you know that consciousness which is in all encompassing, but we take a small molecular type thing, Anushakti, which is uh, the consciousness which helps our um, it helps us to go further in our reasoning. Does it mean like that?
I think the way I understand others, before others come in, I would say,
Okay.
the way I understand, Auntie, if we take any matter, even if you take one atom, the human being is incapable of comprehending what is contained on their own with the senses available. Only an external aid or an instrument will allow us to understand the greatness and the vastness of the power contained within each atom. For example, if you want to say, atomic power, unless you use external instrument, it's not possible for human being to comprehend that. Is the way I understand. So that's the limitation of human natural human ability without any external help. So I will stop there. Sanjay has his hand up.
Sairam, no, this, if I could request us to read that again, the Telugu and the translation, please, maybe word by word.
Yeah.
It's extremely, it's just not,
I think that's Sanjay, that's our limitation.
no, agreed, but just try maybe reading
Yes,
it
I
again and
understand.
again, so yeah,
Yeah, thank you, Sanjay.
So let me read it.
Yes, Auntie.
మన విషయ జ్ఞానమునకు మూల మగు వస్తువులను
Okay.
భౌతిక
All the objects which are the root cause of our knowledge of matter objects.
భౌతిక పదార్థములను శక్తిని ఇందుకు ఉదాహరణముగా గొనిన తెలియును.
If we take the physical matter and the power within, if we take that into consideration, then we will understand this. So I think Swami is trying to explain the limitations of the human yukta jnana, the rational thinking.
Reasoning approach.
Reasoning ability, Swami says, is trying to explain to us what the limitations of that is. And then for that, he says, you need our ability to comprehend the physical matter, which is the cause of all our material knowledge.
So you mean to say that reasoning power has a limitation. Reasoning power has a limitation beyond which it cannot go.
Yes, without external support.
What kind of support can we have here? Our other instruments of knowledge, is it?
Even an atom cannot be physically seen, Auntie. We know it as a concept. You need a microscope, you need something.
I mean, other
instrument. Yes. Sai Satish, please go ahead.
Physical instruments, you mean?
Yes, some instrument. Sadhanam Swami has used the word. I think we have not come there yet.
Yeah.
Yes, Sai Satish.
I was just going to say that even as we read through it word by word, but I just wanted to say that I think it's like, tell me your company, I shall tell you what you are kind of a scenario. If you are looking at purely at, if one is at the realm of the senses, purely at the level of the senses, then obviously it comes down to the Sahaja Jnanam, where they are like really operating just from the senses of how any being in the animal kingdom would do. When then you go to the power, when you go into the thing of yukta vicharana, then it goes into the realm of the mind, where one is operating at the level of the mind. Then obviously the cause and effect, the rationality behind it, and that comes into play. But one goes beyond that into the thing of the buddhi, where that then I think the Ishvara Prerita Jnanam, where it comes to the Smaranityam Anityatam kind of a thing, where the buddhi is sharpened to a level that it taps into the realm of intuition and so on. So I was just going to say that because in the animal kingdom it's more of a reaction kind of a thing, and it's based on that. That's where it's more of living at the level of that senses versus in the humankind, it goes into the level of the mind, and that's where and then even if you go further beyond, when you go beyond the mind, and possibly whether it is buddhi or whether it goes, I don't know, slightly beyond, because it's coming from Ishwara Prerita, it means coming from the Lord, then I think it comes from the source of the Atman. So I was just trying to say, based on where the consciousness resides, in the sense, if it is more outward facing, then it becomes purely for existential survival, which we know that the whole of the focus is resting on that. So it would again go based on the instincts versus rationality part versus ultimately the discrimination part, where ultimately I think it's based on the fundamental aspect of that. Just wanted to share that, Sarah.
Thank you, Sai Satish.
Sairam brother,
Yes.
can I ask one quick? That which urges, this English word is correct in the Telugu. That which urges and prompts the objective word. What is that?
Yes, exactly. I wanted to ask him.
Yeah.
We haven't come to that yet, brother.
No, brother. Here, no. That which urges and prompts objective world and its components does not stop with just this much.
Yeah.
So that which urges must be God, no?
That's why we will go through the Telugu, brother. The translation is a bit.
Yeah. Let
I have not yet read that sentence by sir.
That's
Brother Shivadas, I have not yet read.
No. Why? No. I am asking the second line of the.
Yes, brother. In Telugu, we have not yet come to that part, which prompts and all that we have not come yet. When we come to that, we can discuss.
Let me read the Telugu version.
Oh, okay.
So first, so far, what Swami has told is, if we study our understanding of the physical matter and the power within, as an example, we will understand the limitations of the Yukta Yukti Jnana. That's what the first statement in Telugu we have read so far. Okay. So basically, that is the first sentence in English. Take, for example, our knowledge of the objective world, of the elements and the energies that compose it. Okay, that's all Swami has said so far in Telugu.
Okay, next.
Sorry, in that first sentence, so is Swami saying Bhautika?
Padartha means physical matter.
So the physical matter, the Vastu and the Shakti, they form the Mula or the root of Vishayajnana.
Yes.
So he's asking us to look at those like kind of particles, like the physical matter, the energy that forms our knowledge of the objective world.
Exactly.
Okay. Shall I read?
Yes, Auntie.
Bhautika padartham anaga emi?
What is meant by the physical matter? Swami is asking a question.
Yeah, a question. Bhautika padarthamupai edi tana balamunu prayoginchuno.
Okay. On physical matter, whoever applies their power, edi means anything which exerts its power on material energy.
Adi anta matramulo agipodu.
It does not stop there.
One minute.
Does agi mean stop?
Yes.
Yeah, we are good. Agipod means it doesn't matter. Can I just say that?
Yes, Auntie.
Bhautika padarthamupai edi tana balamunu prayoginchuno.
Yes.
Who is applying pressure?
So Swami is using the word edi. So my understanding is, Auntie, balam here means not only strength, it also the power, I would say. So for example, if you apply our eye on any material, the extent of matter does not end what the eye can perceive. I can only perceive to some extent. If you smell, only to the extent to which our sense can exert its power, matter does not end there itself, because it's much more contained within the matter. Whatever, if anything exerts its power on material or physical matter, the physical matter does not end there itself. The understanding of physical matter cannot end there itself. I think that's the way I understand. That Tana is related to anything which exerts a power. So it can be, in our case, our objects of perception, because knowledge ultimately is contained in, obtained by human beings by exerting our mental, physical senses, and also our mental power to analyze the inputs which come from the senses. That's the way I understand. But
Saira,
yes, Auntie.
what I understood is that our reasoning power is applying pressure on the objects of knowledge. That's what I meant here.
Yes, yes.
తన బలమును ప్రయోగించును అది అంత మాత్రంలో ఆగిపోదు. Our reasoning power will not end there. It will go further. That's what Swami means here. I understand like that. I don't know. Brother,
Okay, Auntie. Sorry, thank you. I think
Brother
Sanjay
Krishnas,
raised his hand, but he dropped
No,
it.
you said what I was going to say. The I think in essence it is the subject can never be part of the object. So that which exerts influence on knowing the object cannot be part of the object, but at the same time, the ins the that which is known so the causal aspect that creates this object cannot be part of the object. That which urges and prompts the objective world and its components does not stop with this much. I don't know. So it's that which is causing it cannot be part of it. If that's some way to understand it is yeah.
And Sanjay, brother, you continue the other line. Then only you understand. The other line also you must say, explain it, no? So what's the next line is saying?
Oh, in the Telugu?
Telugu.
No. Even English or anything, because he's telling the part of that, no? That's good. What's the next sentence saying? It absorbs also that which is immanent outside the objective world. No? So what is outside the objective world? Even that part also induced by that is whatever that you are saying. No? Not only this world, even what is beyond the objective worlds also influenced by that
Power.
whatever this is. I can take it God, you can take it reasoning, or whatever that we like to do it, no? Immanent outside the objective world. Beyond,
but actually in Telugu, Shivadasan, it doesn't say that outside objective world.
Okay.
It doesn't say that.
Okay.
I don't know, Sai Satish, you put your hand up, I guess.
I'm just kidding. Sorry. I was, because Sanjay Anna mentioned that
Okay.
outside of the causal thing, I was just coming to, but then if you extend it, isn't the subject?
Why don't we? I think the next sentence has all that. Is a key for all this, so we will read that.
Sorry, before we go to the next sentence,
Yes.
What this sentence is saying is, like, as an example, if we use our eye to see an object, there's more to the object than what we are seeing. Is that what the meaning is of this sentence?
So, see, Bhautika Padarthamupai on physical matter, Edi, whatever, Thana Balamunu Prayoginchino, it exerts its power, Adi, that. Inta matramlo agipodu. That means that cannot end there itself. To this extent itself, it cannot stop.
Is the Adi referring to the physical matter or to the thing that's exerting its power? What does not stop there?
It applies to power.
I don't know if it's applied to power. The effort of applying pressure does not end there.
No, the sentence, Arun,
Edi, Adi.
Edi tana balamunu prayoginchu Adi. That means whatever is
Whatever object,
object,
instrument.
Edi, it means
Okay.
the same thing he wants.
Okay. So the thing is, what the way I understand is, we try to understand something with our eyes or our instruments, or even our own analysis of that information which we have got. The knowledge itself does not end there.
Yeah, that's
The knowledge of that does not end there, because it is limited only to the extent to which we can comprehend, which comes through very clearly in the next sentence, Kalyani. That's why I said we'll read the next sentence. Yes, Sanjay, you have your hand up.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to add this here. I think there is the knower, the known, and the instrument of knowing,
Yes.
right? So there's pramata, prameya, and pramana. So for the example that was mentioned just now, the eyes, that's the instrument of knowing through which we see an object. Now there are two aspects to it. One is the instrument that is used to know the object, right? And second is the information that's gathered from the instrument, how it is analyzed.
Yes.
So the knower, how he's using the instrument of knowledge to gather information about that which is known. What are the deficiencies of the instrument of knowledge?
Yes.
In this case, right? So I think that's where there are two deficiencies in this stage. One is the instrument of knowledge, and also the knower, deficiencies in the knower.
Yes.
The ability of the knower to process the knowledge that is gathered through the instrument of knowledge. So those are the limitations, I think, if I understand, Swami is pointing to.
Yes, Sanjay. I think it becomes a little clearer in the next sentence. We'll read slowly.
Kani ఆ వలనుండు అనంత పరిపూర్ణ మందలి ఒక చిన్న అణుశక్తి.
ఒక చిన్న అణుశక్తి. Okay. So Swami says a little bit of atomic power, which is caught in a web. Vala means in a web.
ఆ వలనుండు. That molecular anushakti exists in that circle, in that
yes. in that object,
web, in
physical
that
matter, in the physical matter. And Swami is calling it Oka Chinna Anushak. That is a little bit of that atomic power. Ananda Parnimu Purna Mandali.
Oka Chinna Anushakti.
So that he's saying of the infinite which is available in this world, that is only a small particle.
That particle, Manava Chaitanya Vidiki Sokina.
So whatever is understood by the human intelligence or consciousness, with Sokirana, which is perceived, which is reachable.
Chaitanya Vidiki Sokidinta touch pandrathu.
Touch, whatever we can.
Cognize.
Yes, cognized.
Sokidinta, it touches. It comes in the way. It comes in the pathway of that our Chaitanya. చైతన్యమనడి వలలో తగ్గులు కొన్ని ఉన్న ఆ పరిమిత ఆవరణము లోపలనే.
So what Swami is saying is, within that limitation of the web of consciousness, where it touches, it touches against, and within that limitation only
మన సకారణ విచారణ యొక్క ప్రసారం.
Only to that extent our ability to analyze through reasoning can extend. So the thing is, our analysis reason is only capable of going to the extent of our own limitations of consciousness. Even the limited power of an atomic power of the whole infinite completeness. So basically, Swami is saying the smallness of human intellect. First of all, one atomic power is very small of the entire universe of complete power. Of that also, we can only understand that which is capable of getting caught within our limited ability to perceive. Only that much we can understand. So Swami is showing the limitations of the human intellect and ability to perceive knowledge on its own, without any external support, is very, very limited, and it's only capable to the extent our consciousness and our ability to perceive goes.
Yes.
So this is my answer, if it's okay. Okay, so that's why, see, Swami, that's why I said, I was trying to, maybe this sentence was influencing my other Adi, and all that. That Adi is the human consciousness. Whatever, Sai Ram, please go ahead.
Anna, you
Sorry.
finish and I can come in.
Finish. We will never finish.
No, I was just going to say is one thing is Bhutakasha, other is Chittakasha, and third is Chidakasha. So I think where the realm of Yukta Vicharana is still hovering around the Chittakasha, which by itself is a fraction or that atomic size which cannot perceive something that is Chidakasha, right? Is that something what we are, because what is basically cognized through the mind or the senses, that fails when it goes beyond that realm, right? Like what Sanjay was saying, both the instrument and the ability of the or the
Perceiver.
capability of the user is, yeah.
Pramata and
Prameya. Pramata, Prameya.
Yes,
Pramata.
so all of it is basically it's at the level of the chitta kasha, right? We're not able to penetrate beyond that, and that's where the thing stays.
Yes.
What
What
is
is the? Oh, sorry.
No, sorry, go ahead.
No, I just wanted to get clarification. What is the Telugu word Swami used for it absorbs that which is immanent outside the objective world? What's the word used for absorbs there, or is it?
There is absorbs, is not there. Tagulu koni yunna. That's all Swami says. What is
Tagulukoniyana. It is attached. Tagulukonidi ante attached. Or it touches. You can say
touches?
that.
It's like, somebody next to you nudges you, bumps into you, type of thing. Tagul means it shakes you, or, it touches you. Something.
Can you explain that word a little more?
See, valalo taguli koni unna. So Swami is treating our perception as a web. It's like a spider web, and whatever insect suddenly gets caught in it. Only to that extent we can see, because the web of our consciousness is itself so limited. Swami says, Parimitavaranamu lopalani.
Local,
So our web of consciousness itself is so limited,
limited.
and whatever touches or falls within that only, we get caught within, only to that extent we can understand. I hope.
Manasakarana Vicharana can work only in that circle.
Within that space.
Within that space. It's limited. That space is limited. So it can work only under that circumstance, on those circumstances.
So Sanjay, to give another example, in this world there's so much sound of various frequencies. But what our ear can hear is only within certain frequencies. Whatever is beyond, we will be totally oblivious to it, and because it will never get caught within that web of our ability to hear.
So
Something like that.
the reason I ask that is because if just purely looking at the English part here, Swami is basically saying in the previous sentence that which causes or prompts the objective world does not stop at the limits of the objective world. That is the previous sentence. But next sentence, it also absorbs that which is immanent outside the objective world, right? So in the sense of it is a broader it's a broader base or a foundation into which things beyond the objective world also reside in. Or it exerts influence even beyond things that are in our objective world. Is that?
Because those words are not there in Telugu. Swami is only saying Ananta Paripurna Mandali. That's the word Swami has used. He says infinite fullness of power which is there. Within that, the Anushakti or the atomic power is only a small part. Even that small part, we cannot understand. Understanding of that small part is limited by our own web of perception, consciousness, which we are capable of exerting. So Swami is saying what is infinite, only limited is one small atomic power. Within that small atomic power, what we capture is also very limited and very small.
Why is Swami using the word web is what is...
Vala is the word.
Swami has used the word vala.
Vala is web.
Means web means whatever gets caught within that in a valley. I know, it's like catching fish. There may be so much fish, but only as big as your net, you will get the fish.
It matches with Tamil also.
Time also.
No, Tamil, Vela.
Vela, yes, exactly. It's same word.
Brother has said, Arnovian said, it makes sense for this English translation.
Actually, when you go to the next paragraph, next first sentence, you will understand what Swami is driving towards. But Kalyani, you had some questions.
Yeah, the first word, avalanundu.
ఆ వల నుండు అనంత పరిపూర్ణమందలి ఒక చిన్న శక్తి.
Auntie, that's also big, the large net.
Large net.
Oh. So he's referring to the paripurna, like
infinite,
the large net here?
No, that infinite అనంత పరిపూర్ణమందలి ఒక చిన్న అణుశక్తి. In that infinite consciousness, a small part, small anu, atom, is Chaitanya Vedika Sokina. It touches.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, it can be reached. Or it can be, you can.
Human consciousness.
Yes.
It touches the human consciousness, and it comes in the way of pathway of our course. Then having touched Sokina or having entered, so
Swami is using the word Vala a couple of times. Okay.
Yeah.
Swami is using the entire universe also as a web. Okay. And then within that, only one portion is one atom. This huge Maya, even the entire creation is called, it's a web of, imagination or which perception, imagination. So in that, one atom is very small. So if you take that atom, which is so small, and then a human being tries to understand, the human being also has its own Vala, net. Okay, that also is so limited. So what the human intellect can understand is a very small net of this cosmic net, cosmic web. Okay, that's the sense I get.
Brother.
Yes.
As who is Sanjay is talking?
No, actually, no, Sanjay is not talking.
No, I am asking, let me put that summary of this one. That Mahado Mahiyan, Anoraniyan, Mahado Mahiyan, the Sanskrit, So, say, take it as God, okay, divine power is existent through the atom as well as the external universe. Everywhere the same power is existent. But not in English, but in Telugu, as you say, the reasoning can understand that there is a power which is immanent in the atom as well as the universe outside. So the beyond that, the reasoning cannot go. Is it correct summary?
Yes, brother, I think why don't we connect back after the next paragraph, first two lines.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Sister Vani, you have your hand up, please.
Okay, Sairam, brother. So, is it correct to say that our ability to comprehend the physical matter, which is the objective world, is limited to an extent that this tiny molecule compared to this grander infinite power? So we have this tiny little power, and with that we can only comprehend the physical matter in the objective world. Beyond that, it is limited.
Yes, sister.
Thank you.
Kalyan, you have a question?
Yes, just these three words. So Manava Chaitanya Vidiki Sokina.
Manava Chaitanya Vidiki Sokina.
So what is perceptible to the consciousness of a human being?
Okay, it's Chaitanya Vidhi is not like path of consciousness or something.
You
Right?
can say, see, Chaitanyam explores through an avenue. Okay, so that is the path which you can take to understand anything. So within that pathway of consciousness of human being, only limited access is possible. Okay, whatever can be reached through that path. Okay, Vediki Sokina means you take a path to understand something. It is limited to what can be reached by that path. Sari auntie, Sokina. Vediki Sokina means a driveway, a path only leads to one point. Okay, to that extent. And then Swami explains, Chaitanya అనేది వలయలో తగులియున్న కొనియున్న ఆ పరిమితావరణము లోపలనే. So that has very certain limitations. That path itself, that pathway of human consciousness is very, very limited. Only within that we can explore. Prasarama.
Yeah.
Is Swami kind of just saying it? It seems like there's a part that's kind of saying the same thing, that which touches the path of human consciousness, and then the next part is saying whatever gets caught in the web of consciousness.
Yes.
They're kind of just two ways.
Yes, two ways of explaining the same thing by Swami.
Okay.
One is he's calling it the pathway of consciousness. The second one is saying it's a web of understanding.
Okay.
Both have limitations, is what Swami is saying.
Chaitanya Vidiki.
Yes.
That is the pathway of the consciousness.
Yes.
Consciousness, it touches the
whatever it touches.
Having touched the pathway of human consciousness.
So the whole translation, can we say, but within the web of infinite fullness, the small atomic power which touches the path of human consciousness, which gets caught in the web of our consciousness, the range of our...
You can say, okay, chinna anushakti. That means a small part of that infinite supreme.
Okay.
Okay.
And the last part was the range of our rational inquiry is only within that sphere.
Yeah, that's
sphere of limitation.
Within that limited enclosure, the operation of our sakarana vicharana shakti can operate.
So you're saying instead of saying atomic power, it's a small part of that infinite fullness?
No, okay, chinna anushakti. See, that's the whole universe is anushakti. Within that, you take one small bit of anushakti. Of that, human being is only capable of reaching through their pathway of consciousness to a very limited sphere of understanding of that consciousness. Within that only, this rational thinking operates.
Arno,
Yes.
would it be okay to say, instead of saying human pathway of consciousness, where the human consciousness is applied to the pathway which involves reasoning?
Yeah, you could say that also. Yes.
Because otherwise, human consciousness is capable of, through what Swami says next, path, spiritual exercise and disciplines, is capable of um, realizing oneself, isn't it? So is it just maybe it's a
No,
stretching? Because
no.
that sorry,
Telugu, if you read, it's a little better, Sanjay.
I
The
see.
next sentence.
No, because I also was pairing that with why the translation has consciousness here in quotes.
No, Swami is not. Swami is
Okay.
not used within the quote.
No, I know, but in the sense of the translation,
Mm.
is it referring to the pathway that's because human consciousness is involved in every aspect of our inquiry. This is the pathway that refers to reasoning is a limited way of is what I was thinking.
Yeah, I think more than the word consciousness, I think the sentience may be a better word, I think. To be conscious.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
it's because consciousness is present in everyone, but Swami would call it conscious. You are conscious only to some extent because we do not tap the potential of full consciousness which is actually present in us, which is what the Daivika Prerita will come to that.
Essentially, what is reflected in the mind, that is a limited part, and that
Exactly.
pathway, yeah, okay.
Chittakasha Sai Satisha.
Udabhasa.
We will read one more sentence and then we'll discuss.
Yeah. Did I read that Parimitavaranamu lopalne mana
Yes.
I read it, I think.
Yes.
మనము ఆ ఆవరణము దాటిపోవుటకు ఏదో ఒక సాధనము ఉండవలెను.
For us to get past that limitation, we need some instrument or other or support. Okay, so this is where Swami say
ఆ సాధనమునే ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము అందరు.
That aid or support is called Ishvara Prerita Jnana. That's the knowledge given by the Lord. So I think we can discuss this. So what Swami is, for example, I think Swami is basic. The way I understand is even for a human being to study matter, we need some external support, like a microscope or some I don't know, this atomic institute. They have these atomic particles running through some chambers or whatever. We need something even to study and observe. Without those help of all these instruments, human beings cannot use their natural ability to reason, understand matter. So we need some external support. And then Swami is, so just the way for studying human matter, we need an external support to fully understand or to a greater extent understand. The same way, Ishvara Prerita Jnana. That means that which is beyond human ability, but only can be granted by the divine. I think that's where Swami is showing the limitations of Yukta Jnana and Ishvara Prerita Jnana. So Swami is giving a physical laboratory experiment which we are used to, where even to study matter, you need some external instruments to study it. So that is not within human intellect. Maybe we have fabricated it through some process, but the same way Swami is equating Ishvara Prerita Jnana. So I will stop here.
Sairam.
Sairam.
So Yukta Jnana needs Ishvara Prerita Jnana. Yukta Jnana is limited.
Yes.
And that reasoning power is limited. It needs the support of Ishvara Prerita Jnana to go further.
Beyond.
That's
go past that.
Go past that.
Go past the limitations.
Previously, Swami had referred to as Sakarana Vicharana Shakti, now Yukta Jnana, right?
Same. It is.
So why do you think it's called Yukta?
Yukti means logic, I think.
Yeah. Analysis also Yukti. It's to bring about in, I would say, you have various pieces of information. You should be able to integrate them, you need to synthesize them. For that, you need some effort. Yukta also means making some effort to bring things together or coming up with a strategy. Yukti also means coming up with a strategy to study something. Okay. So, Sakarana Vicharana becomes Yukta through certain use of certain instruments and bringing that piece of information, synthesizing them together. So it's not only, Vicharana is generally dissection. Okay. You break and separate and understand. Then you'll have to put all these pieces together to come up with a synthesized piece of knowledge. But that is also limited, Swami is saying. Okay, so I think that's the way I understand, but I will open it up for discussion, please.
Is it yukta and ayukta together makes that word?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Put it together, break and put it together.
Yukti Yukta Vicharam. Swami has written.
Sister, what is yukta? Yukti we understand. What is yukta?
Yukti, sorry.
Yukti we know, understand. What is yukta?
Yukti is a discrimination. You and Brother Shivadasan, you mean?
Yukti we know that the sharp intelligence and the instrument, whatever it is, no?
Yeah.
But yukta is what is the
whatever is obtained by your this.
Okay. Yeah.
By using yukti, what you get.
Yeah.
Yukta.
That's correct. Yeah. Correct. So.
See, yukta means that which is joined, combined. That's why I use the word synthesis. Bring it all together. Okay, concentrated, skillful.
To say in short that reasoning cannot go into the higher realm of wisdom. So we need this God induced Iswara Prerita Jnana.
Yes.
That's what Bhagawan is saying. That finally,
Finally.
Before the first paragraph is actually complicated.
Very complicated.
Yeah.
The word sadhanam has been used as sadhana. That is how spiritual exercises, disciplines, all that is brought. But Swami has used the word okka sadhanamu. That means you need some aid, support.
Which is Iswara Prerita Jnana.
Exactly. Yes, Sai Satish.
Sir, I was the other day, I think in one of the discourses, Swami mentioned that if you ask a boy which is greater, 9 is greater or 1 is greater, obviously the boy says 9, but Swami says no, actually 1 is greater, because 1 plus 1 plus 1, he quotes all of that and he says that it is that 1 that made up the 9, and so 1 is greater. So in that case, going back to this discussion we are having, it is that Anu that has made up everything. It is that matter, that subtlest part of cognizable entity in all of matter is the atom. And it is that atom that makes up anything and everything. And that atom itself is atomic when it comes to the realm of what is in general perceivable or cognizable. Because we are now saying that whatever idea we discuss with our mind, with the sense of rationality, is caught in that net. It is caught in that net of that consciousness, which is limited by what it can cognize by the mind and the senses. Because again, even if we take that atom, again, like what Anna was saying, you can use TEM or SEM, any of these microscopic techniques which you can go further, but then you're using science and technology to make it cognizable. But then even that is again limited by its own net that it gets caught, because you can only go so much. You can keep baking the atom into quarks and all of that. You can go to the subtlest, you can go to God particle, whatever, all of that. But then it is caught in that web or net, and it is limited by that. And that by itself is just a fraction of what can be perceivable or cognizable. That's where I was trying to see that part, that where the reasoning, that's the same thing. Yato vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. It gets limited by the same instrument that we use. And so going beyond that will really, I think that's where it stems from, the fact that Ishvara Prerita Jnanam it has to be based on that to go to get out of that net, to get to not be caught in that net of getting stuck within the same. That's where earlier page also Swami had mentioned that you keep going in circles, because you start there and you keep coming back to it, because essentially you're caught in it. We'll stop here.
Thank you, Sai Satish. Yes, Sister Vani.
Sairam, brother. So, in order for us to bypass those limitations or the boundaries, we need to have certain spiritual exercises and disciplines, and with the help of God, we would be able to achieve that. Correct? That's what
Yes, sister.
saying.
Yes.
No, but brother said that in Telugu, the exercise and spiritual disciplines are not mentioned. It is one instrument. So that is only Ishvara Prarita Jnana. So once we get that Ishvara Prarita Jnana, we can go beyond the reason. That's what the brother said, no?
Yeah, I think the way I understand, even if we say we have a microscope, even for us to make the microscope without God's help, we can't make. Even the instrument will not function sometimes. God's help is needed, even for that instrument to work, even for us to conceive of that instrument. But people may not acknowledge it as divine guidance. But some of the great scientists have said, I found the answer to my problem. And they even thought God has given them the knowledge. Because that knowledge itself not very easy to come by. Even of having an instrument to study a subject, I think. So Swami, just the way physical implements are also God's grace. Divine implements are also God's grace.
To say yes to your statement, brother, Baba said, no, in Einstein, in meditation only he got the formula M equals energy, MC square.
Yes.
So Baba said he got it in meditation, not by just thinking. No?
Yes.
So that is Ishvara Prarita Jnana. Yeah.
Swami is giving us a physical example so we understand it in the spiritual world. That's why Swami is giving this as udaharanam. I will give you the example of a physical matter study.
Achha.
And then so that we understand, we need a microscope, or we need some instrument, some, lab, just to drive home that point. Swami is giving this example.
So we don't have to feel bad that we don't have the ability to comprehend all this. Only God can give us.
That's true.
So
Even now, whatever we have understood is also within our web of consciousness only.
The Baba said no here that the seedling of this Ishvara Prarita Jnana is already in man.
Already there.
Exactly.
It's already there.
Is Kalyani, you were asking something?
just the few sentences above, Swami starts off by saying, what is bhautika padartham? What is physical matter? And this was all the answer to that. So, Yeah, is he saying physical matter is just...
See, Swami is asking a rhetorical question. He's asking human beings, all of us, do you understand physical matter? The reality is we don't understand. Okay. And then he's going on to explain what we don't understand, why we don't understand. Only with what help we can extend our understanding. So even with all the instruments and the scientific laboratories in the world, or CERN or whatever, still human beings are searching for the ultimate knowledge. So we still don't know what they say. It's physical matter is actually energy, or is it energy, or is it sometimes matter? All these are still puzzling scientists, and they're still searching for the answer. It's a science by itself, the study of atom. So I think, Swami, that's why I put a question. Do you know what is matter? And then ultimately matter is divine also, but we don't understand that.
Can I ask, what is the Telugu word used there for transcendent fullness?
Ananta Paripurna Mandali. That's what best translation which can be given here. Transcendent fullness. Is it correct, Arun?
Yes, and yes. Well, and I think that's yes, but Swami's Ananta, there's no end, limitless.
Yeah, infinite, eternal.
And what does transcendent here means? Transcends the ability of the mind? What is transcendent?
Reasoning.
Swami has not used the word transcendence anywhere.
Yeah.
The only word Swami has used is Dati Povata. That means to cross. The Tandi Porathu in Tamil, we will say,
In Tamil.
Dati Po means to go past that. That's the only usage, Sanjay.
Cross over from the boundaries of reason to cross over the reasoning, we need Ishwari Pradanyana.
Yes.
We need Ishwara Pradanyana.
Yeah.
Yes, Sister Shivani. Sister, first you have to unmute to go past.
Thank you so much. So, are we saying that something which we can't comprehend, this mind can't comprehend, but we are still trying to, so we are wasting time? Right? It looks like Bhagawan is saying it's so vast. For example, I'm just thinking, the other day somewhere I read, this vast tree comes from a seed, it sprouts, its tree, and all of that. So that seed, what is in that seed? Like you can't see it. So we are trying to comprehend something which is beyond our at human capacity, but we are trying to still trying to understand, which is way beyond our capacity. So why not to go to the source and ask, give me the vision or give me buddhi to what I need to understand in the world. That's how I am understanding. Like, is it that's what Bhagavan is saying, that yes, you are going in circles and round. Why this happened? Let me more explore. Let me go. And the questions like Arjun was keep asking Lord Krishna. So, and he was saying that yes, continue asking questions, but do not stuck there. So, is there some kind of reconciliation? Like, are we kind of saying the same thing, that yes, it's good to understand, good to question, but then move on, then go and ask for His grace? Sairam.
Sairam, sister. Yes, that's I understand.
Actually, this one, the Yukti Yukta Jnana blossoms into Isra. We cannot just ignore it, because Bhavan is saying here that this is transformed like that, no?
Yes.
So we can just ignore that. We have to use our intellect and reasoning. to at least to know that the course is we had to go to the course, no? So that instrument is necessary. That's what I'm saying. So that's what I thought that.
Thank you very much, brother. So actually later on Swami is making certain statements of that, both should be reconciled to some extent. But you are right, Yukta Jnana is also definitely needed. But I think we also should understand where it ends, its limitation also comes. Then we have to seek help, as other sisters have said. Yes. Then it blossoms into something. That's a sapling Swami is talking about also.
Can we do the rest of the lines in Telugu?
Yes, yes.
Which one? Which one want?
Auntie, next line. ఆ సాధనము
ఆ సాధనమునే ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము అందురు.
That external support instrument is called Ishvara Prerita Jnana, God induced knowledge.
అనగా మనకు గల జ్ఞాన సాధనలు 3.
That means the instruments of knowledge which we have are 3.
సహజ జ్ఞానము, యుక్తియుక్త విచారము, ఈశ్వర ప్రేరిత జ్ఞానము.
So one is Sahaja Jnana, one is a natural intelligence. The second one is Yukti Yukta Vicharam. That is using reason, inquiry. And the third one is God-induced knowledge.
ఇందులో మొదటిది జంతువులది.
In this, the first one belongs to the animals.
రెండవది మానవులది.
The second one belongs to the humans.
మూడవది దివ్య పురుషులది.
The third one is of the divine personages.
కానీ ఈ 3 అంకురములు కొద్దిగానో గొప్పగానో వికసించి ప్రతి మానవుని యందును కానవచ్చును.
But these 3 saplings can be seen as small or great in their blossoming and can be seen in each human being.
Yeah.
So that means, this can be blossomed to some small degree or greater degree in every human being.
ఇవన్నీ అంకుర రూపమున నుండినే కదా పరిణత రూపమును అందగలవు.
Only if they are available in the form of sapling can they grant you fullness. Or parinata means it's
fully developed. It can
fully
be
developed. Yes.
మరొక విషయం కూడా జ్ఞప్తి పెట్టుకోరు.
We have not gone there until.
That's it.
Okay.
So
Swami is referring to it as 3 different saplings. It's not one sapling that's going through stages of blossoming and evolution.
3 are available for everyone.
But actually in the further sentence it says this sahaja gnana, it becomes, the instinctive knowledge becomes yukta yukta gnana, and the yukta yukta gnana becomes ishvara prerita gnana. It is just like stages through which it goes, and then all the 3 are very necessary for our understanding.
Good. That's correct. Good.
Sister Vanu?
Yeah, I have a question. So these saplings are not same for everybody, right? Like, we all are different. My knowledge is different from another person, right? So it's not equal. Like, whatever these saplings are not equal.
Yes, Swami is saying all of them could be developed to different degrees and seen in human beings, sister.
So maybe another topic, why it's different. Another day.
That's where he says in a smaller way or in a bigger way, it's available. It is present
because in
all the human beings.
That's the whole problem is Bala Vikas. But we will, Sanjay, please go ahead.
No, I think what Swami is saying, there are 3 available instruments for all of us.
Yes.
It's up to us to decide which one we use, how much we use it, and when we use it. Even the instrument of Sahaja Jnana is needed.
Yeah.
even Jivan Mukta will be using that to react to certain things that happen around him or her. It is not that one is better than the other. It is how one has to use it, and what eventually leads to the
Ishvara Prerita Gnana.
Sanjay, we lost you.
Oh, so we lost him.
I think we talked about it last time, right? So the rational
Can you-
knowledge. Sorry.
Can you repeat, Sanjay? We lost you for a few minutes.
Oh, sorry. Maybe Swami didn't want me to say what I'm saying to confuse
No.
everyone.
It was the web, the paramita of the limitation of the web.
No, I was, at least my understanding is, all three are just different instruments that are utilized for different purposes. It does not mean that one who has Ishvara Prerita Jnana and is a Jivan Mukta, for example, gives up Sahaja Jnana or Yukti Yukta Jnana or Sakarana Vicharana Jnana. They are essential, I think, while having reached, they're just three different instruments used for different purposes, but only one will lead us to understanding our ultimate reality. The first two will not lead us, will have limitations, as Swami has already demonstrated to us. The first two have limitations. Only the third one will lead us to the ultimate reality, but doesn't mean that the other two are necessarily discarded. They will be probably more refined in its usage when one has Ishvara Prerita Jnana. For example, you think of that monk and the scorpion example. There is Sahaja Jnana there, but it is better informed through Ishvara Prerita Jnana, where the monk keeps on saving the scorpion, though it is stinging him. So yeah.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you.
In the latter, the following paragraph, I think so. It is. I remember it is coming like that. No, that Ishvara Prerita Jnana contains other two. Because it is not devoid of these previous two. So the full knowledge has that two aspects. So, but the Sanjay is saying is the same thing.
Yeah.
Yes, brothers. Thank you. Anyone would like to share? Yes, Sister Aruna, I think had.
Sairam, brother.
Sairam.
Ishvara
Prerita
Jnana is what is really is granting us at the end. It's to realize, because all these things we are doing with our mind, body, and all the other two, right? Ishvara Prajnana, what is ultimately this only earned by from the God of grace, right? It's only the talking about the mukti. Or it's only talking about merge with one.
So I think, Sister, I think Swami will cover it again later on, I guess.
Okay, then.
The ultimate Vidya is Atma Vidya, Swami would say.
Yeah.
You know the Atman, that's ultimate.
Yeah.
So Vidyana, Atma Vidya.
So Ishvara Pradijnana mean, okay, realizing the Atma. Okay.
The Swami has used in many ways, once you know that, you don't need to know anything else,
Yes.
things like that.
What? No.
Yes.
Here can we take Ishvara Prerita Gnana as intuitive knowledge? Intuitive knowledge by the grace of the Lord, what we get, that is Ishvara Prerita Gnana. If I am.
Yeah, I mean, in English, that's the equivalent, closest, I would say. I don't know whether it's equivalent, but intuition is something beyond the intellect. From that sense, it is.
And by the grace of Lord only we get that.
Yes. Sadhana.
That is why he says Ishvara Prerita Gnana. The Gnana which is given to us by the Lord.
So, one more question. Sorry, Brother Sivadas, you can go ahead, please.
No. Please go ahead, Sister Aruna. Go ahead.
Sairam, brother. So the Isvara Pradijnana is like a Sayujyam, right? At the end. I'm just connecting what we have.
Is it jnana of various kinds, sister? Sayujyam is the final stage. At that time, I don't know whether you really need Brahmavid Brahmaiva Bhavati, you know, as Vedas say. One who knows the Lord becomes the Lord. So that sense you're right. When you know God, you become God. You know, that means you experientially understand. So from that sense, what you're saying is that's the end goal.
That's end goal. So Isvara Pradijnana is end goal. Okay. Great, thanks.
Yeah, the good word you, brother, used experientially. You know that. So to say, because I you know, in the Sai speaks, because I used to do that for our center, no. So I read. Baba said nobody can understand Advaitam. Baba saying that one also. Because we need Iswara Pradijnana to understand Advaitam, because we can intellectually understand the only one being is present in all the beings, whether trees or even the hills or whatever, wherever, whatever. See, the basically, radically, that being is there. But to know that experientially, to know experientially, we need this Isvara Pradijnana. That's what essentially I'm telling with that what I read from Sathya Sai volumes and here. So as you said, Isvara Pradijnana is very important for us to serve the humanity or any because to not to see differences between person to person. So we need the Isvara Pradijnana to serve the humanity. That's what I understood. Thank you, Saira.
Thank you very much, brother. Thank you. Yes, Sai Satish.
Sairaman, I was just going to say, I mean, what is the meaning of prerita?
Induced or encouraged,
Inspired.
inspired.
Prerita. Am I correct, Arun?
Yes, Auntie, yes. You know, there's no good English word. That's all I can say. But you have covered, you and Sanjay have covered everything.
Prerita means one who inspires.
Prerana, sometimes we use as encouragement, you know, you encourage somebody. So similarly, induced, inspired, encouraged, yeah.
Induced, correct.
But not granted. Something that to note the difference. It's not granted.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'm just seeing.
Impelled also a word, you know, it's just impelled by God also is another word which we can use.
Impelled.
I'm just looking at Kosha, uncle. It says sent, directed, dispatched, ordered.
Yes, it'll have impelled also. Okay. It has to come from God, you know, Ishvara. It means to go, you know, so it has to come from God in some manner or other. So you can also say that, as Swami would say, it is already within us. You unblock its blossoming, it will blossom on its own. Because as Swami said, the sapling is already planted. So it's also coming from that core, Swami would say, coming from your heart, no other thoughts marring that, no blemishes. So the Ishvara who is in your heart has to send forth that understanding is also something which we can say. I don't know, Sai Satish, whether we covered.
Yes, and so I was just going to say is Ishvara Prerita Jnana also like similar to Ishvara Prasada Buddhi kind of a thing?
Yes, I think so. Yes. Yes, multiple different words are given, but that pra words means that which, you know, spreads from within.
Prapancha.
Prakasha, you know, all that.
Prasad.
Swayam Prakasha, you know, all that. Praita. Those are the two Sanskrit root words. Pra is to that expansion. It is to go. So it comes from God. I think that's what Auntie said, intuition and things like that. Yes, Sister Vani.
Sairam brother, is that Ishvara Prarita Jnana is given like a one shot kind of thing, or is it like small growing? Like we heard Trinyana Samandar got them Jnanam like at one shot. Like for us people like normal people like us, like is it like slowly growing, or these seedlings? How can we grow?
I will just go first before others, I guess. See, Swami talks about this merger. I think Sister Aruna brought up Sayujya. What Swami says is the river flows towards the ocean. But to enter the ocean has to give permission. So the river will come to the edge of the ocean and tries to go inside, but it cannot go by itself. And ocean at one point says, okay, I will let you merge. And it will make it easy for the river to flow. So ultimately the key to the final doorway, the final frontier, if you want to call it, is in the hands of God. And that's the way I understand. So the ultimate knowledge, now then you are asking about, is it gradual or is it one shot? I think we have looked at Krama Mukti versus Sathya Mukti. I think, is it in Gita Vahini? I think we studied, yes. Swami is talking about instant merger, also in gradual merger. I think there may be many ways of merging, sister. That's
Okay. Thank you.
Our reasoning can permit from what Bhagawan said here, that it grows gradually. It grows gradually into that fully. But even there, Baba was saying that some people misinterpret it also. Morons, the word morons is used. Foolish people, they thought, oh, this is induced by God, and whatever I am saying is God is saying like that. So they were on the path, but there are maybe impurities in their mind. Their path is not straight, and they are diverting their attention. So the seedling is there in everybody. So gradually it has developed. More the senses are stopped, the greater that this Isur Pradanyana seedling will grow up. That's what I feel it. But others can comment on this.
Thank you very much, brother. I think Swami is covering that in subsequent paragraphs. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Sairam, brother. So, see, the Ishvara Pratyajnana is only granted by Swami, God of grace, but we always learned the grace of Lord is available for everyone. So, at the end, again, the devotee has to earn it. Am I right? Even to ocean to accept. That means devotee Swami cannot wait for like us devotees when devotees sometimes they Swami says I'm for devotees, like a devotees is the ones he will go with the devotees kind of, right? And so at the end we have to earn the grace, am I right? It's not Lord's grace, but at the same time that Lord grace also the devotees has to earn kind of thing. Only I'm seeing it.
Yes, sister. Thank you.
Yeah. Just I thought of the ocean has to allow. Ocean will allow. Can't stop when the devotee reach to that level. So grace is available. Thank you, Saira.
Saira. I think Swami has told apparently, if people are complaining, I'm unable to breathe, it's nothing to do with the air outside. That means we have some respiratory issue. So So we'll have to fix the problem. Yes, Sister Shivani.
So how to fix that problem? That was my question.
Swami is going, I'm sure Swami will teach us, sister.
Okay.
That's a basic minimum effort we can employ. Yes, Brother Sai Satish.
Sorry, Ramana, I was just going to say, like what example you gave. The sunlight is always there. It is for me to go and open my window. It's always shining there outside. So that effort of going and opening the window to allow the sunlight to come in rests on me. That is one thing. And another discourse Swami also mentioned that this sapling of faith has already been given to you. It is for you to develop. Don't come back and like Swami's thing of saying to Swami that Swami, you should bless me with faith and all of that. Swami was saying in that discourse how it's already been given. It is now for you to work on it and develop. So from God, it's always there. It's only the human effort that we have to put in. So just wanted to add that.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And also we see that way the grace is nothing but the effort of the devotee. The sincere great effort of the devotee is another form of grace. We have to have that effort. Effort is automatic when the grace is automatic when the effort is there. So what Brother Satish said is what I am saying in different words. Even Brother Satish, Brother Sanjay also said the same thing last time about that. Grace is open for everybody. Only it depends on us to get the benefit of that one.
Yes, Sanjay.
Sairam, there was a question was asked about whether this is a gradual process or...
Sanjay, you're not so audible, please.
Sorry. Okay, somebody else can go. If there is time, I can speak. If not, can wait. Any better? No?
A little better, Sanjay.
Okay. No, there was a question asked about whether this is a gradual process or is it sudden, right? I think it's like the Swami gives an example of the brick, right? Somebody comes, you hit it, somebody sees it being hit one time and it breaks. That does not mean that was the first time it was hit. It might have been hit 20 times before and it was already weakened, and the 21st blow just broke it. In the same way, if you take the example of the rope and the snake, once the light is switched on, how long does it take for us to go from thinking it was a snake to realizing it was a rope all along? That's my understanding. The path is gradual, the effort is gradual, the journey is gradual. Just like the river trying to flow towards the sea is gradual, and it being pushed away from the sea and again going back and forth is gradual. But the merger or the awakening is, in my understanding, is more instantaneous or more immediate.
Thank you, Sanjay. Thank you. Yes, Sister Aruna.
Sairam, as brother, I'm just trying to understand a little more in this jnana. Iswara Prerita Jnana. See, gain through inner vision. Inner vision means when we travel inwardly. Am I right? We try to go beyond our thought, mind, kind of, right? There only we are earning. Is that the way it says gain through grace by inner vision? The inner vision, indweller kind of thing, we can look into it like that?
Sairam, sister, I think that's
on that. we will learn that knowledge.
So that's a bit extra translation there. Swami has just used Ishvara Prerita Jnana. That means God-induced knowledge. Yes, I think it can be gained by traveling inwards, which Swami has always spoken about. Go beyond the senses, go beyond the mind. So that's where you can find Ishvara. From that sense, it's right. But in Swami's writing, Swami has not explicitly mentioned as inner vision or at this point in time, at least, sister.
Okay, thank you, Saira.
So I think it's 4:31.
Yeah.
I think we had a very fruitful, nice discussion. It was a bit of a struggle with some sadhanam. We have sort of understood, I think. And Swami will teach us more and more. We will close today's session with Samasta Loka prayer. Saira. Om Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Sairam, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.